And who knows?
Poe's been trying to take your channel down for months, so it's all good. That's how the show's going to start.
Well, we are live.
But it's not showing up on my end. What's going on?
It tells me we've been live for 27 seconds now.
Oh, we have been. It's just me not knowing. Not knowing what I'm doing. Now I got to turn the volume down. Welcome, everybody. You're viewing this. Wait a second. Is he talking? I can't hear him. Welcome, everybody. You're viewing this.
I got to turn down. We're live, apparently.
We're live, but I can't hear Poe.
Can't hear me? I'm here.
Oh, I can hear you. Never mind. I'm watching the wrong monitor. Jeez, you know what? Don't count on me for anything technical tonight. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. You're on G.Parkers Arcade Room. You are here with Mr. Super Duper Deluxe Mr. Poe Style this evening. Give everybody a wave.
Oh.
And Mr. Off-Grid Arcade. Welcome to Off-Grid Arcade.
Your hands are disappearing. You're good.
Yeah, I can't get my hands out, or my brickwork goes away.
Another brick in the wall.
Yeah, that's in your honor, Poe. Bricklaying and
oh,
I installed a new brick wall today in spare time, and I'm testing it out live on G.Parkers Arcade.
Oh, if you did it all today, you're definitely not union, because that wouldn't be done for about 20 days, I think.
Yeah, I only did enough to fill the screen. It's not a whole wall. It's just a 3x3 area right behind me.
This is an unscripted, unplanned meeting of a group of guys who enjoy having fun and coming live, and hope you enjoy us watching us. Mike, CB's Gaming Headquarters, also known as the Gaming Road Warrior, will be joining us soon. He had to be a little behind, but I still wanted to just start the show for everybody, since I said we'd start at 8, and I can see that we have Kelly Huff in the audience. But if you're watching the playback, just know that we started on time. So.
She's behind that wall, right?
Yes, she is.
She's holding it up. She's holding the wall up behind me.
I'm hoping to have some other special guests on tonight, but right now we're just we've got a little green room here, so I'm waiting to see them show up, and you guys might remind me every now and then to check the green room to see if we get those people showing up. So anyway, I'm just going to pass it around the room. I'm going to start at the top, whatever way that is, and Bart, turn it over to you and see if you got any opening comments.
No, this is just—it's been a long time since the four of us, when Mike gets here, we haven't even added all four of us together other than in text, you know. And I'm trying to have my big heartfelt opening, and Poe's just rattling the ice and just.
I got the blender ball in my beat.
He's a scene stealer. See, we don't hardly ever talk, and Poe still has to steal my scene. So no, I'm just glad to get a chance to have the four of us get together and talk again. And I think it'll be a fun time. But that's about
all. And I hope I'm vaping quiet enough for you, Bart. I don't want to.
It's a bit obnoxious, but I'll let it slide since you're the host.
Okay. Isn't he wonderful? Poe, what do you got to say for us, Poe?
Oh, that was my blender ball. I'm drinking my beet juice to counteract the cigarettes that I'm smoking at the same time. That's how that works, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh, yeah. Just like Off-Grid said, I enjoy texting with you guys, that you couldn't tell, every day. We actually have like a couple of chat groups going all hours of the day, all hours of the night, and but I'm not doing that. I'm watching the videos you guys put up. So I think a great friendship we made in this past, almost a year, right? I think January or February will be a year. So
yeah, pretty close to that. Yeah.
I know. Let me just jump in by saying that one thing we all share in common, aside from liking to come on here and be obnoxious, mess with each other, and have a good time being live streaming for the huge audience that we have out there. I know one thing I enjoy about my live stream is at first I enjoy the fact that we all enjoy watching each other, if anything. And I know that Poe, we really have to go to a lot of trouble to get these set up. Not that it's a problem. We want Poe here. Poe is an important part of our show. But we live on different ends. I mean, especially Bart and I are right in the middle, off-grid. If you don't mind me using real names, everybody knows off-grid's Bart. I'm Greg, and Poe is Poe. Or sometimes we just call him Mr.
That's what's on my birth certificate, Mr.
But it's timing is a hard schedule because him and Mike live on opposite end of the country. So, I think I know there's an hour between us and you, Poe, and or Mister, and the other side, Mike's 2 hours, so that gives a 3-hour difference. And Poe is a working man, so unlike some of us who I'm just, I could whine and say I just can't get a job, but I don't want one. So, anyway. But one thing we do share in common is our love for gaming and stuff. So when behind the scenes, we're always talking about different games that are coming out, stuff that we can do and whatever. And I want to say real quick, hello to Smiling Monsters Feeding Animals Cookies. And if he has any influence on getting a hold of his good friend Arcade Chaos, I would appreciate it if he would maybe respond to my last text I sent to him. So you might pass that along, Smiling Monsters Feeding Animals Cookies. I would love to respond. So, but I'm gonna turn this over while I check a couple messages. But I did want to put this screen up, and I'm gonna let Mr. and Off Grid, Mr. Post on Off Grid, kind of discuss this a little bit. Let me bring this up. And this is something that we've been talking about recently because of the holidays. We've all managed to acquire this. And why don't you two fellas just take it away while I check some messages and talk a little bit about what you're getting here and what you guys think of it.
I didn't know it existed until yesterday. I was on a break at work and went on the eShop. I don't even know why, but went on there and I looked up. I put in horror into the search, looking for horror games, and that came up. And I was like, well, I better let you guys know about it because I know you guys love pinball. And so I wanted to see if you guys had it or had any interest in getting it. So I downloaded it. You got the Halloween on there. I think the Mummy and Werewolf was the other one. As far as Halloween games go on there. So I let Off Grid know, and he said, I don't know if I have that or not, but if I don't, I'm getting it. So then I saw Greg had a video of it up on Facebook and then a short on YouTube. So I went ahead and played last night. I don't remember my scores on it off the top of my head, though. So.
Yeah. It turned out that we had already bought that. I think when we got the Switch, we got every pinball game you could get, and I probably paid full price for it though. But I think, Poe, you even said that was it the Wolfman game or something? You went on there and you saw Kelly had a high score on there.
Yeah, I think on the Mummy that showed a score on there. So I didn't know at the time you had already had it for a while or not. I thought, well, you guys must have got on it right away and already kicking ass on there.
Right. No, we were actually out of the house when you sent that message. And so I had to wait till I got home to where I could fire up the Switch to see if we had it. But they're pretty neat little games. And didn't you say, Poe, you can just buy the horror ones by themselves?
Yeah, when I first sent it to you, I saw that it was with the sports pack. And then I saw there was another one that had those 3 tables, but they were with, I think one was like Wild Animals or something like that pack. And then there was another one of it and adventure tables. And then there were just the horror games themselves. For right now, I think it's going for $1.99 on sale on there for just.
If you look at the screen there, there is the horror package, $1.79 right now.
Oh, $1.79. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a really good price. It's, you know.
And the other packages they have is horror and adventure. Oh, they got now. See, every one of these you see with horror and adventure. Like I got horror and sports, but then I went back and got. Since I saw those horror and adventure, I searched for adventure pinball by itself, and I did pick up that pack. So you can buy, once you buy horror and whatever one, you can go buy the other packs. There's horror and adventure, there's horror and sports, and I think there's one other horror and something.
Yeah, animals or something wild, or I can't remember what it said.
Yeah, here it is, wild and horror.
Yeah.
And let me give you, go ahead, Bart.
Well, I was just going to say, these are, they're cool games, especially for that price. But they're not Pinball FX3 quality or anything, but they're pretty good little games for a good price, I think.
Now with that being said, since this is Halloween themed, let's I think you guys get the general drift. This is what is on. I'm going to stop the screen share. With that being said, holiday themed. Right now, I'm bringing on. I don't know. SCORPIO Scorpio. Can you pronounce that word?
Scorpio Pro.
Scorpio Pro. I'm glad he's on the side of it.
I just got to say that is ugly with a capital U. If you know what I mean.
Oh! Put the mask back on.
At least I got it working. I was having issues.
Nice. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, great to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
I was going to say that mask was ugly, and you took it off, and it got uglier.
What are you gonna do? As long as the Cowboys are doing good.
Hey, you know what? One thing I can say, Chaos, is you don't look like that poor guy above you.
Oh, Lord. All right, I got my stuff. I had to get a little coffee. I've had this Halloween cup forever. Look at that. My favorite, Donald, is Cowboy. There's Cowboy.
Nice.
All right, I'm here. What are you guys up to?
Okay, I'm going to ask you. We've been talking about horror and sports pinball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that bundle. I haven't played it in a while, though. I'm probably going to play it soon here.
Do you like it?
You can't set up tournaments. Am I right? You can just see your buddy's high scores on there, I think. Maybe you can set up tournaments. I'm not sure.
I don't think there's tournaments on it.
Yeah. But you can see your friends' scores. If they're friends on the Switch and they have it, I think you can see their. Well, because you saw Kelly's score.
Yeah.
And but
well,
it's been a while since I played it.
I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah. I don't think. No.
My camera's dirty.
Shelby was in the chat. I don't know if she's still there or not. But Shelby was watching. She might have got scared away with Chaos's mask. That's our.
Well, who moved me above Chaos after I made the comment that did you do that, Bart? I figured you're playing with the settings. I can tell already.
I can't access the settings. I don't know, but
whatever.
Poe is rocking that Nightmare on Elm Street hat, right?
Oh yeah, yep. Boston Scally Nightmare 2 hat just came out.
Fucking your shit up. It shouldn't be.
Let me. I want to say something. A couple more things, real quick about this horror and Wild and Horror. First of all, price, you can't beat it. It's fun to play. Is it limited? All right, let's ask this question. Is it FX or FX3? Hell no.
No.
Is it? But this is probably gonna get me some hate mail because I've always been critical of them. Is it as good, if not better, than At Games Pinball? Well, if you guys are scared to say, I'll say it looks as good, if not better, than At Games Pinball, and it costs a lot less.
Yeah, yeah. Some of those At Games tables for sure could use some help. Yeah. And what I was going to say, I mean, the way Poe bought them at that $1.79 or whatever it is for 3 tables. Now, I'm not a math surgeon, but that's less than 75 cents a table to get 3 tables at that price. And you're going to pay 75 cents to play a pinball machine, at least if you walk into an arcade and start dropping quarters. And now you bought the table for what it costs to play a game. So
and it is downloadable content. But the thing is and I think Bart knows this because he's heard me bitch about this before. But I've been overly critical of At Games with the fact that you got to log in and go through a bunch of hoops and firmware updates to get it to work. And I've been an At Games fan. I think the guys that play the At Games Pinball and use FX3 on it have a great time with it. But as far as using the At Games software, I'm getting further and further dismayed with the service they provide. I got 3 At Games products, and all 3 of them wouldn't fire up the other day because they were having server problems. And that's one thing about this. $1.79, $5.99 for 6 tables, whatever way you buy it. The thing is, you download the content, you play it, and it works. So that's all I want to say on that.
Right.
I'm not familiar with the At Games Pinball, but definitely a fan of At Games. I've got a few little consoles and stuff, and there's even more I wanted. But yeah, it's not ringing a bell. At Games, but I enjoy the cheaper ones. You know what I mean? I have a few of them. To be honest with you, we found those when I got the Switch before I found FX3. But now I think I need like 3 or 4 games still, including the Indiana Jones, to have all the FX3. But I don't have all of them yet. So. But I enjoy pinball. Anything, man. I've been wavering on that one car mechanic pinball. It looks pretty good and stuff because I like buying hybrids. I got a few hybrids on the Switch of the pinballs and stuff. Like I think I might have showed them before. They're just hybrid, different, like almost platformer and adventure games combined with pinball. So I dig that. But the car mechanic pinball is only $2.50. But the problem I'm not digging about it, why I haven't pulled the trigger yet, is because like you have to upgrade your car. The cops chase you, and then you got to, that's the part I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy of it yet. I mean, it looks like Lego and stuff. It's called car mechanic pinball, and you bounce the car around, play pinball and stuff. And I usually like taking chances on them, especially for that price. But like I said, it's the other little things in it that I'm not sure I'm like going to dig. You know what I mean? Like you got to upgrade the cars, and the more you upgrade them, the faster they go through the pinball machine and stuff. I don't know if you guys seen that one yet, but it's on the Switch right now for $2.50.
Yeah.
Now I do got to admit, I watch your channel a lot, Chaos, just to see what I want to buy next on the Switch, though, because
I try to do it. Like I'm a big fan of just buying $2 games. I look at it like this. It's my Blockbuster. Because it's like if I don't dig it, hey, it's even cheaper than an old Blockbuster rental. If I'm buying a $2 game or shit. I got a lot of games that, believe it or not, I paid 9 cents for a bunch of games, and now after they went off sale for 9 cents, I've seen another pretty big YouTuber, saying how they're like $2 now, right? And that they're well worth it. They're $2 games. But I wound up picking up. They were 8 cents, and I paid a penny tax, so I wound up paying like 9 cents for a bunch of games. Are they the best? No, but I mean they're 9 cents games. That's why I took a chance on them. I'm cheap,
right?
Well, I am too, and like I say, I love watching your channel. So y'all need to check out. Of course, I want you to check out everybody's channel here, and I'll go into some of that in a little bit. But Chaos, I'll tell you one of the games that I got. Oh, my old age is the one where you're running the dirt bike around. Which one? What's that one called? Urban
Trials Tricky.
That is a cool ass game, and I watched Chaos playing it, and I had to have it. I just had to have it.
Yeah, well, they have another one that's only. I think the other one's only $2 too, right? It's a little bit better tricked out version of the one that we got. It looks a little different. I still haven't done tons of stuff on the first one. So why, I haven't bought that second one yet. But there's also one called Urban. Geez, I forget the name now. I just had it yesterday. It's where you race other people, and it's the same game. Trials. I think it's called Trials Uprising. So it's got a weird name, but you race against other guys, and you still crash, epic crashes, great freaking boards and stuff. So there's actually 2 more of those of that Urban Trials that you're talking about that are out there. The racing one, I think is like $6 right now. Well, yeah, I enjoy those, man, because they're when you crash and your body's just like flying around. It's pretty fun.
I got you. Any of you guys got any? Bo, you got anything to ask about some of the games, the cheaper games that are out there, or any of the pinballs that are going on now? I know you kind of enjoy them.
Yeah, didn't you just pick up a couple good ones cheap?
Yeah, there's another game. It's not pinball, but I got that horror game that it was what was it, a trilogy pack. I can't remember what they called it exactly now, off the top of my head. A horror bundle, and I haven't got to play it yet because my SD card doesn't have enough room, so it downloaded halfway and stopped. But right now it is $3 on the eShop, where it's normally $30. So that's why I picked it up.
Right.
I'm going to do a search for it here and bring it up. What is it?
It's a horror bundle, I think it's called.
Yeah.
If you just type horror into the search, I think it was like the third game over, something like that.
Where'd you pick that up on the Switch?
Yeah, that was on the Switch. Huh. Like I said, it says normally it's a $30 game, and it's $3 right now, or at least yesterday it was. So.
Right. Oh, so yeah, that's right. I was interested in checking that one out because of the like zombie looking one. I bought a bundle myself with that game Slain back from Hell in it, but it didn't come with those 2. It came with Sleepaway Camp and geez, I forgot now. Oh, Super Blood Hockey.
Super Blood Hockey. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Blood Hockey's a pretty good game, man. Until like. The owner or the coach has to go out into the back alley and buy illegal drugs and shit and give them to the fucking players.
Yeah, that's the bundle, the horror bundle volume 1 right there. That's the one.
Hey, anybody, Bart, why don't you address some of the people in the chat real quick while I'm doing some of this too, and then we'll get right back to that. But
I
know somebody had mentioned you.
Yeah. I see Pixel Chick here, and for all of you in the know, like myself, I've known for a long time. She was Pac-Man Paranormal before.
Chick.
But yeah, Pixel Chick is here, and then the Unknown Gamer's in the house. Good to see you, Unknown.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Kelly's here, Shelly.
Yeah, Kelly's here, my wife, and Shelby's my daughter. She's here.
I was hoping that a few other people showed up, but all right.
So for $3.04. Tell us a little bit more about this one, Poe.
Yeah, at least that first zombie game.
Yeah, I haven't actually got to play it yet. I started downloading it, but my SD card's too full. So, but I think if you can play it on there, I think they have a video showing it real quick.
What's the name of it?
On the actual Switch.
Okay, let me bring that back, and let me see.
Go up to the pictures underneath it. I think maybe the second one is a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Here we go. Now
my Dollar General finally got
blood and gore. I'm in. Oh, you need to download this.
Was that music from the game? I'm surprised that you guys think like the mic isn't messing up. Oh, Uncanny Valley. Silent Hill. Silent Hill was a fucking good game, man. It's the only one I played of. If there's more Silent Hills, I've only ever played. Nice. I like pixel games, but you know, sometimes the pixels just gotta be perfect. Right? So yeah.
I think the one that really caught my eye was the one that they said is like Castlevania, because I've always loved the Castlevania games, so I really wanted to try that out.
Yeah, that one's awesome, dude. It's just if you watch my video that I did recently on it, I have a problem. But if you watch my platform videos, I'm not good. Platforms though, but
Yeah.
But that's like me with pinball. I'm like, I'm going to try this out. There's a tournament going on, and as soon as I click on it, there's this guy named Off Grid Arcade that has 986,283,000. You know, I'm like, well, okay, I'll give it a try. 10 points.
That,
got
guy,
10 points.
that guy's a dick. I wouldn't pay any attention to him. That guy.
I see.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about Bart, that's fine, because Bart does play some good pinball. But I'm telling you what, I got on that adventure pack that I told you I bought for the Switch, the pinball, and there's one called Pirates on there. And when I looked on the friends to see, you can look to see what friends scored, and there's a Kelly on there that's got 10 million score. And I got on there and started playing that son of a gun, and I could get 3 million. I finally kept playing until I got 4 million. I got 5 million. I got clear up to 8,500,000 or something. And I could never catch myself. That's the reason I have a drink every now and then. I mean, it's
again, now, even with that Kelly chick, don't even worry about her. Did you see who she married? I mean, that guy's a mess.
Oh, yeah.
She goes out in public with him. She admits that she's married. Yeah. So, yeah, I think she played that game. She had her eyes closed that day. And that's how she always,
oh, my God.
She always acts like she's not good at pinball, but she always beats me.
There you go. So, that's
she's the best at cornhole, too, right?
That's all I got left is the head of this.
Hey, without further ado, I've got to interrupt her for a second and say it is now time to bring on the one, the only, the baddest ass road warrior you've ever met. Yay. The guy who can produce a documentary. The guy who can do things that no one else has done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The gaming road warrior. Welcome, Mr. Gaming Road Warrior.
Hey! What up?
Oh, what is that behind you? Oh my goodness. That is nice. I gotta say one thing. Mike's collection, every time I see one of his videos and stuff, just is another level, man. I love it.
Oh, thanks.
That's why I sneak into his house every time he says he's going to go somewhere.
Right?
But here's the reason why I brought him up full screen is, earlier we were talking about ugly. and this is probably the prettiest guy on the show, so we're going to leave him full screen the rest of the show.
Some people call him Maurice.
Call him the gangster of love.
And he's rocking a Navy hat. So, Poe, someday you can aspire to get a Navy hat. But
if I'm ever at the Salvation Army store and I see one, maybe I'll pick it up and put it right back again.
Well, speaking of that, this little thing here is for you guys, and it's an honor to hang out with you guys, and thank you for serving. I just feel like I should say that.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
But really, I just thought I did the same thing that I do at work now. I played grab ass and smoked a lot, so that's how I served our country. So one guy always said, "There he is again, always smoking and joking." And he was right. That's pretty much what I did while I was in for 4 years. So.
Right.
Well, and nobody's even brought up the fact that you still travel overseas to do custodial work for Zen Studios.
I don't know who that is. People mistake us, but definitely more handsome than I am.
You know, one of these days we got to do another one, but I don't want to bring Lars on. I want to bring on what was his assistant's name?
Jules.
Oh, Jules. Yeah, the family Jules.
Yeah, they're very. I heard they're very popular over there. If I saw him on video, I would caress the family Jules like I do in all my videos. Known as the caresser now, so that's right.
Right. The VR caresser.
That's a new channel. That's going to be my new channel, the VR caresser.
But as I was saying earlier, you know, Bart has done for pinball what I don't know. I'm trying to think of something really smart to say, but you know, I mean, compared to his wife Kelly, ain't shit. I mean, come on, let's face it. This guy can't play pinball out of a wet paper bag. Compared to
hey, I have played out of a wet paper bag before.
You know, one of these days, I'm just going to see how good you can be at Stingray or Stranger Things. I mean, you even confessed that when you went to out of town, that she beat you on Stranger Things.
Yeah, Kelly beat me at Stranger Things. That is not. You don't have to bring up every bad thing that ever happened to me, Greg.
You're an easy target, and if you're really sensitive about it, I'll lay off. Okay.
You know what? I don't have to put up with this from you. See you guys.
Well, at least you can see me a little better now.
Yeah, at least you can see
I can't help staring and wondering what that awesome shit on the top row is up behind Mike. All them boxes of whatever.
All my Super Nintendo games.
You know, and there's one more thing.
You know what? I just don't understand how you come here to my house and disrespect me in my basement.
You beat me at Stranger Things. Come on. You can come around the corner here. Oh, hey guys, are we still live?
We're still live.
Yeah, still alive. What are you doing here in my garage? With no pants on.
Now we're going to piss you off.
I didn't know you were pierced, though. That's impressive.
That's the big reveal. We've been trying to think. We were waiting for everybody to get here, and then we finally decided that he says, why don't you just try to piss me off and I'll just say goodbye, and then I'll come in shaking my finger at you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. There you go.
Your pinballs.
There you go, Poe. When you were asking if we had those pinball games, I couldn't check it. It was because I was driving to Missouri.
Nice.
Yeah, we've had a good time. He got here. They got here. Big introduction, tour of the arcade. We went down. We fired up all the arcades. First thing this guy does, he gets on my one-up bar top Galaga machine and just completely wipes out all my high scores. He said, hey, man, a little bit of respect here, you know? I mean, so there's off-grid arcade all over this son of a bitch. Well, then we start playing, and then we played the Stingray, the older pinball machine, and Kelly just wouldn't stop. And you know, and Bart over here.
Well, why didn't you just take the step stool away?
Well, as much as I love Bart, I've never seen anybody cry so much when his wife was just beating him. I mean, I expect him to go in a fetal position and suck his thumb. But then we get on the Stranger Things. Now, there was a big twist there. Kelly was wiping us out. But then Cheryl came up to bat and just clean clock.
Yeah.
But then I switched it over to what's that thing called? It's called challenge mode, which if you have a Stern machine, go to an arcade sometime and switch it. You hold the flippers in. It's a modern Stern machine. You can change it into challenge mode. Most people don't know it. I go to these arcades to get my name on their board. So, but I've already set that up. Matter of fact, my son Jeff had the high score on that. Well, I set it up and I said, Kelly, you've been doing so good. Let's see how you can do. Nobody will ever achieve that score that she did on challenge mode. I'm telling you what, I thought she just might break his score. She like tripled it.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's our pinball champion. So
Yeah.
Speaking of people putting, high scores on other people's machines, I think that's what really started my love for pinball as a young kid, because I can remember vividly going to my uncle's house. He had 2 pinballs and he had a cocktail multi-sports and stuff like that, and he had his little bar in his basement. We went over and now I've been looking for this pinball machine for years. It's got a big beautiful tiger head on the back glass, right? And it was like this aqua green and stuff, and I want to say it said jungle something in the title, but I can't remember. And I remember he always used to brag about how his high score was 2 million something, right? And nobody's ever beaten his score and blah, 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 blah. My older brother, Mark, got on it with 1 ball, shattered his high score.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing. I watched my uncle break inside. Like, this is the guy on his truth. I seen his face. I seen his responses. And he was just, his life was gone, dude. Like, because not only did he crush it with 1 ball, but he, like, that's it. I think it was the 1 ball thing. I don't think my uncle thought he could ever take his high score back, and it really affected him. And you had to be there to get it. Like, and so from that point on, I really realized how much pinball meant to him. And of course, he had a couple of tables, but I just remember of course, it was the old dingy. You couldn't put your names on them or nothing like that, like you can now and stuff. But that's just a little story I figured I'd tell you guys.
Nice. That's awesome.
I really do like those older tables. The newer ones, I'm old and confused when I play those games because all of a sudden you're in a gosh darn mini game. And I don't even know what to hit. And by the time I figure out and I'm reading it and looking at it, all of a sudden the ball's back down on its drain. So shooting zombies.
The newer tables with the mini games and stuff, as long as I can follow it. Because like what if I know what I'm doing, I'm not just like hitting shit and not figuring it out. If it's easier to figure out, I can appreciate the new pinball tables. It's just me.
Right. You just need to know what you're doing. Yeah, when you get to that part, and I don't. Right. I never do when I do these tournaments. I did shoot a few zombies in the Walking Dead tournament the other day. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, you know what? My daughter talked me into buying that Walking Dead table. I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I never really watched it or got into it, so I can't say I wouldn't like it. But I'm not a fan of Walking Dead per se. She made me buy it. I was totally against it, and I started playing it recently. I'm like, damn, this is a pretty fucking badass table. So
well, that table is based on, they have, Telltale Games. Mike might be familiar with them.
Yes.
Made a series. Yeah, made a series with Clementine, and what was the protagonist's name again that's on that table as well?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
But they made a series of those with Clementine, the little girl, and everything. And it was really you choose what you do. People remember what you said to them, what you do, and stuff. So those characters were familiar with me when I first played that table. After that, it was a fun game.
I didn't recognize any of the characters. I only ones I would have recognized would have been like the main dudes there, like from the first Walking Dead. But
right.
Yeah, he watches it and stuff. I don't watch it.
Right. Yeah, I was expecting to see the guys, from the TV show.
Right.
Who are all these people? But it's a fun game, though. It's a really fun
game.
Yeah,
if you ever play those games, they are a lot of fun. But like I said, it's not really a lot of action. It's more reading, and then you decide what you're going to say to somebody or what you're going to do. Or there'll be quick time type of things where a zombie's going to bite you, move this way, move that way, that kind of thing. But then the story ends based on what you decided to do or what you said to somebody along the way.
Growing up, man, when I first played Resident Evil, like that tank control shit. I've never fucking had played a game like that before, and then I got stuck in a dark ass alley, and I'm just fucking panicking. It was getting to me. See, movies I can deal with because I know it's a fucking movie. But when I'm submersed into a game, I can only take so much gore and scary shit because it affects me more mentally for some reason. And I'll never forget it that resident when I was panicking because I see the zombie slowly coming and I couldn't move and I was actually walking into the corner, right? Because I didn't have the controls and it just they came and got me and that's burned into my brain. That very first time I played Resident Evil and how it literally scared the shit out of me. It's why I always turned away from like mostly for gore games and shit like that because for
And
some
that's in
reason
2D. That's in 2D. Can you imagine these guys have been I've been following them on the chat. They're playing this Exorcist game on the Quest 2
I can't
headset.
even watch it honestly because it's too creepy and eerie for me, man.
Yeah, but Poe is caressing the face of a dead priest. I mean, how sick is that?
That's pretty fucking sick.
Oh, come on. I'm not too
Pretty
sick.
fucking sick.
We lost the gaming road warrior. I hope he can come back because I had a question. I was going right into a question for him, but
Here he comes.
is he back? Okay. Hey, you guys, real quick, I'm gonna turn it over to Mike. We lost you there for a minute. We're glad you're back. We've been talking about different things, but I kind of want to. We kind of got a head start on you, and I kind of want to turn this over to you for a minute. I'm going to jump it up here to put you in a solo layout and tell us a little bit about what's going on. Some of your thoughts about maybe a little bit of what we were talking about, the new pinball tables, but if not, just tell us what's going on with you. And also, I noticed everybody said something a lot about what's in your background there. So maybe you could just kind of clue our viewers in on what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah. So the background's basically some of my Super Nintendo games that I have, my 3DO, was it 3DS, and Nintendo Switch games that I have, and also the classic Nintendo, if you can see it below the Castlevania. But yeah, that's my somewhat of my collection. I don't have it all displayed on the background, so I have it in other bookcases. But yeah, so far what I've been involved with is trying to write my script for my new video, and it's been kind of hard because there's not too much information on it. And I've kind of watched other YouTubers cover it, but it was just really about some of the, I don't want to say what the game is, but a lot of the old games that came before it. And it's supposed to be like a silly game for Halloween that you can play. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and just trying to figure out how to write it up without, pulling stuff out of my butt. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been involved with. And then of course trying to watch Poe and Off Grid play that was that the Exorcist game. Yeah, I need some tips so I can beat that game too. So I'm glad you guys are up there. Because as soon as I start, I have no clue what I'm doing. I mean, I haven't caressed any priest yet like Poe does, but I got to try that. Maybe that'll make me go. Yeah, maybe that'll forward me in the game a little bit. I got to start caressing some dead priests and demons in the game.
That's the only reason I can guess that I got some thumbs down on that short. There's people that you don't caress a priest, especially if he's dead. What's the matter with you?
Hey, Mike, I do got to say though, if you do delve into the whole, instead of scripting stuff and just pulling it out of your butt, Poe will hit you with a copyright strike because that's his. That's how he does his videos.
Every time I hear Mike say script, I think like he's gonna write a movie, like a YouTube movie, and I'm like, I always wanted to. Man, since I was younger, to be honest, I had a camera and stuff. I always seen these locations, made friends, talked about writing a movie. I'd love to still.
Oh, AVGN did it. The Game Chasers did it. So why not? Let's make a movie next summer. How about?
Yeah.
A
$40 budget.
And everything.
$40? Are you nuts? It's gonna have to be $25.
That kind of money.
If you're wondering, that Scorpio Pro is because he said don't put my name. That's my old rapper name.
Well, that was the two big surprises today. As I'd been in conversation with, well, it all started actually with Off Grid and Kelly, and trying to plan out this visit, and then in planning out the visit, it was also wanting to take advantage of that to do this stream. So of course, y'all know from my text back and forth between the Gaming Road Warrior and Mister. We're just calling him Mister now. But anyway, you may have missed that, Mike. You just refer to him as Mister. But
or Mr. P. Mr. P.
I like that, Mr. P. That works. Yeah.
Pitiful. Don't arrest dead priest.
What if it's Southern and it comes out Mr. PP?
Oh. Well, I don't know how long you guys are going to be there visiting, but it would be great to see the two misses versus the misters in a pinball game. That'd make for a pretty good video, I think.
Well, if what happened earlier is we're toast.
Yeah, we're toast because the women have been.
But I would love to see that. I would love to see the tears rolling down. Like, remember the Indian guy would see the trash along the road and he would cry back in the 70s?
Yeah,
I was so excited to play that Stingray machine, and then Greg puts 4 quarters in there, and we play a 4, and I still didn't even get a top 5 finish. That's how bad I played. I came in 6th, and there was only 4 of us.
If I would have made you use your own quarters.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say that next. You heard him say, I put 4 quarters in. He showed up. The first thing he said is, he shows up, hi, Greg, good to see you. Nice to meet you. Can we go down and play your pinball machines? I said, yeah. Did you bring any quarters? He says, well, no. I said, well, then get the hell out of here. But if you're talking about what to do, I'll tell you what, he's not going to be here that long, unfortunately. I wish he could stay here for a long, long time. They've got other travels, but we are the big thing that we've all talked about, and I wish the rest of you could be here, is tomorrow we are hitting Solid State Pinball.
Nice.
Downtown Kansas City. So we're going to
awesome.
And now we've decided that, we discussed it. We're going to do some YouTube, and we're also going to enjoy some friendship too, and put we were in the arcade room. I shot a few shorts and he kept saying, you're not posting those yet, are you? And I said, well, hell no, I don't want anybody to do that. But, we're going to do that, but we're also just going to enjoy it, have some fun, have some pizza, we'll maybe take some pictures, put something together. But and then the other thing is, the big thing in our area that Bart doesn't have where he's at, and I'm not sure that you guys do either, is the Micro Center. So we're going to go over and tour the big place where geeks like me love to hang out, and that's the Micro Center, and we're going to go over and do that. So that's going to eat up a pretty good part of the day, and then unfortunately we're going to have to say farewell. But we're going to do the best we can at the time we got to do a lot of stuff. But we've been having a ball. We had a great dinner tonight, and Cheryl, unfortunately, would be down here. But she is not infectious. She had a COVID test. She just got an upper respiratory infection. So she has made her apologies, and she's up laying flat right now. She did manage to strive through dinner, but poor gal is kind of out. So that's kind of the story behind this. And we've just so anyway, I was saying that was the first part of the story. But then the second one was I got to talking to my good friend, Chaos. What a great guy. Come on, everybody. Let's give it up for Chaos. He supports our channels. He shows up. And I put in contact and I said, hey, would you like to be on the stream? He said, yeah, I would. I said, okay, but we're not going to tell anybody. I said, put a phony name on, put a mask on. I'll introduce you on. It's all been behind the scenes. So the whole thing was just to see. And Bart didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Bart didn't even know that. So, the whole thing is when he was downstairs, he was seeing you, Chaos, without any knowledge that we were coming on. And I think the only person that knew besides me and Cheryl was the unknown gamer knew all this was going on. And he did join us for dinner tonight. So he did get a chance to visit with Kelly and Bart as well.
Nice.
He actually answered the door, so I met him first.
Yeah, he did. Actually, I was down trying to get that damn At Games to come on. Don't say anymore. Trying to get every game going in the arcade. We're done. I'm done. I won't rant.
Yeah. But we kind of had this trip planned for a little while. I don't know, Mike and Poe probably know we've been kind of trying to narrow down this 21st or 22nd for this show tonight, and it was hinging on when Poe would be able to get off work, whether he was going to have to work tomorrow or not. Right. We're like, we got to figure out when we're doing this thing because we're only in town for really today and tomorrow.
Yeah, well, actually, total hours is not even 48 hours.
Right, yeah, because we got here this afternoon. We got to leave Sunday morning. So we're just here for really a day and a half. But hopefully tomorrow they'll have that tournament going. So we might get to play some pinball tournament.
He actually showed up on the weekend that the tournament is happening at Sonic. Nice. So hopefully we'll have good pizza. If they open the roof back up and it's supposed to be a beautiful day, we can go up on the roof. You can see the skyline of Kansas City. Whatever. It's not exciting. This is a guy that lives out on flat ground. It's
out in the desert.
So, but anyway, it's been fun. And all I can say is if you have pinball at your house and you invite this couple over, keep this woman off your pinball table.
Well, they said these tournaments are 3 strikes you're out. They put you in groups of 3 or 4, and the top 2 move on. The bottom 2 get a strike.
3-strike tournament.
3 strikes you're out. So me and Greg figure after the first 20 minutes, we'll be back drinking a beer while waiting for the girls to finish. Because the way they played today, we'll be done and they'll be playing all night.
Yeah.
So, but it should be fun. I've never played in a pinball tournament before. Other than the FX2, I play in Chaos's tournaments all the time.
If you think about it, it's $5 to play the tournament. And then you throw another $10 in, that gives you unlimited plays on the games for the rest of the day. And while the tournament's going on, if you're not playing, and before the tournament. So we'll get down there a couple hours early, play an hour's worth of pinball, eat, play the tournament. In the meantime, for $15 a piece, we're going to be playing pinball all day, be included in a tournament, chance to win a prize. Bart and I, maybe not, but
We used all my good stuff tonight.
We might get to hold Kelly's prize. She might let us touch it.
Hell yeah. That sounds like fun.
Now, with that being said, I kind of passed it over to Mike. I think everybody here familiar with my channel and everything knows about Poe, Mr. P and myself, but I want Chaos to kind of take the high road here, and let me see if I can do this. Chaos, tell us a little bit about what's going on behind you there. What do you got back there? You got some cool looking stuff. Is that fake stuff, or is that really back there behind you?
That's behind me. It's my own 2 1-up. Well, I got the Pac-Man arcade 1-up stick that I came to a realization it's still in the box and never opened that. You can't see it. It's got to find a home that somebody's gonna enjoy it. First of all, I don't have the space. I have pinchers in my back. You got to stand to play it. I guess you could sit down and play it, But I have all the games. I'm figuring out something with that. It might be a giveaway. It might be a giveaway eventually down the line, you know what I mean? But these are my 1-ups. 130 each. I picked them up. I pulled this piece out of here because I want to see. Now, I was thinking, I didn't want to get into it and ruin the stream, but I was thinking like how you print stuff, 3D print or whatever. I want to get like something here because I don't know. Me personally, the light up marquees for these isn't really worth it to me, but I wanted to like illuminate something down here. But anyways, that's it. This is my cat, Miss Kitty, I adopted many years ago. This is a sign I've had about 15 years. It's seen better days, but it's one of my favorite. I've had it a long time. So I'm showing it. I got a couple Star Wars things here. My knife for Halloween killing and shit, That's about it. I picked some glasses I bought from Salvation Army, brand new for 50 cents. It's in the background right now. But I've had a lot of plans in myself on this channel for before I even had YouTube. I've had ideas for stuff, and I want to do it, and But being sick, because I'm still sick, but this is the first time I had even half, you guys can't see it because I'm sitting here laughing and stuff, but I still kind of feel a little down, and the energy's coming back slightly, eating a little bit better and stuff like that. So, but once I get my feet under me again, I plan on doing a lot of different stuff. Hopefully, a lot of collabs with you guys and different stuff again too.
Well, I got to say one thing about you, Chaos. I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling bad, and I hope you're on the mend. But I want to quote a great guy, Mr. Postile, who has always said, many times in the years that I've known Mr. Postile, to say, it's better to look good than to feel good.
I always say it's a good thing my wife was practically blind when she met me.
Oh, that's funny stuff.
Well, guys, I'll tell you the only other thing I was going to say, and Off Grid and I were talking about this, is I hope that everybody's here kind of enjoyed our little banter back and forth. Again, unscripted. Talked a little bit about some pinball and stuff. I try not to make these run too long because who wants to watch an hour and a half of four of us talking? But long story short, I just well, Bart, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we're, if you don't mind, just that we're going to try to plan on maybe doing this on a more regular basis and getting the group together.
Yeah. I think that's the goal, right? Is we used to have the show before, and then we all got away with it from it and had our own stuff going. But we're thinking about doing another show, making this more of a regular thing where we get together, and we're still working on the timing, as Greg said earlier, with different time zones. It's a little hard to get us all narrowed down to a time that works, but we're working on that. And Kelly and I's work schedule has changed, so that makes it opened up some windows, I think, and hopefully here shortly. What are we looking at? That what console and coin op?
Yeah, something along that line. Mike and Poe seem to be big on consoles. Bart and I and the pinball and kind of coin op things and stuff. And, so we're kind of looking at something like that. And you can see we already pissed Mike off, so he left. And he's going to be, he's probably going to walk through that door. If he walks that door,
all shit.
Oh, he's here again. Mike, get your pants on. Come on, man.
Now, I don't know how this happened, but it looks like we got Gaming Road Warrior on here twice, so we're going to take and remove this one from the stream. There we go. Did I lose anybody? No, we're all here. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, that's just something we want to let everybody know that I'm hoping we can bring this gang back and have some fun and do some. Do something on a regular basis. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. But and this will be around for playback, so Mr. Postile can listen to it on it. I love Mr. Postile because he can't make my streams on Sunday night, but by golly, he can. He listens to them on the way to work religiously, and I know little key things in on the end, and he always leaves a comment, so I know he listens to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, he listens to the first minute and the last minute, is what he told me.
Throw it in the middle. Throw it in the middle.
Yeah, at least he's a subscriber.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah. So
now, real quick, I want to give everybody a chance to go around the room. I just wanted to say I'm working on a new plan for my channel. I'm going to put together a pinball tournament. But what I'm going to do is, and I've done this in the past, but not here on my channel, I will put together a pinball tournament that is going to be everybody that plays in it. You all have to have a password to get in. You don't have to be a subscriber. I'm not going to make you do anything like that. I don't believe in that. But you are going to. I will have to know who you are. You'll have to have a password to get in, and I'm going to keep track of the scores. And each week, people will get scores for first place, second place, third place in the tournament, and you'll get scores for playing. I've done this before with a group of people, and it's kind of fun because people made it. I had a final, play like a football post-season tournament afterwards, and people made it in there just from playing every week because you got 10 points just for showing up. And so that's something that I've got in the works. So that's something that you can look forward to on G.Parkers Arcade Room, and that's something I want to mention. I'm going to pass it over to my. Where is he? Is he over? Oh, I hit Bart in the face. No, I'll pass it to Bart next. I forgot I was going to go with the screens. But Bart, you got anything you want to say in closing? Talk about something coming on your channel. What's going on? Anything?
No, I'm against Chaos's best recommendations, I'm going to continue on the Exorcist path. So I'm going to continue playing that. And of course, in October, I'm going to do some more, some horror pinball probably, and horror type games. And because we are actually, this is about a year. Last year, I started doing today.
Today is your, because that's what I put on your
Oh,
little sign.
apparently today was when I started my channel. Because it all started with my old channel. I started recording doing horror pinball in the month of October. I said, if I'm going to do pinball, why am I putting it on an off-grid channel that's about solar? I'm going to put it on a gaming channel. So I started my channel doing horror pinball. So I'm going to do some more of that. And then the other big thing coming up for me as far as stuff is whatever we do as a group. I'm really looking forward to that. And whether we have it on our own channel, if we start a whole new channel for that, or if we're going to broadcast it on our individual channels, we're not sure. But
yeah, we got to work out some logistics, but we will be doing something. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which Gaming Road Warrior is working. Say something.
Hello.
Both.
Yeah, there's like
okay.
That one looks natural.
a networking issue going on at my home.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. Let me pass it. I was going to pass it that way. Let me pass it to Mike next, just in case we have a connection problem again. Mike, take it away. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Oh, final thoughts? Sure. Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you guys something about for the VR game. When are we going to play another cornhole?
Oh, yes. Would love to do that.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'd like to do that soon. Matter of scheduling, but I'm in.
And mini golf, because I bought like all those other courses and never played one of them since I played with Bart was probably the last time I played mini golf. So.
I want to do that because you guys at the bottom, if I play with you online, I can play it without buying it, right?
That's right.
See, that's what kind of tight ass I am.
Right. They are $3 a course.
$3, Jesus. I can buy 3 tables for $1.99 on the Nintendo store.
That's true.
I got the Alice in Wonderland table. I got a bunch of those tables from the horror bundle, whoever makes them.
Oh, nice.
Well, Mike, anything about your channel you want to say? Everybody else has been kind of saying what's going on. You got something, you're working on a script. Go ahead. Anything going on?
Yeah. I'm just, like I said, I'm working on my last video. And like I said, it was just kind of hard trying to find something to write about on it. Because you want to give, like facts. Like I said, you don't just pull things out. That's just been kind of like the thing. I've got the game. So I finished the game. I beat it. And the only thing I got left is just to kind of write what I'm going to say for, like any facts I find on that kind of stuff. On a documentary, you really want to, be specific on that kind of thing. So unless you're doing a spoof, of course, you can make up stuff as you go, just as long as it's in relation to that video. So like I said, that's what I've been working on. And I'm thinking for like next month, I got to find something Thanksgiving themed. So I'm trying to look into that. Yeah, maybe a pinball. Maybe there's something on Thanksgiving for pinball.
Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Love Angry Birds.
Yeah. Angry Birds Star Wars, that was a good one.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pass it. I think I'm just going to pass it straight across then. And Mike, I hope I didn't cut you short. Is that you good? That sounds good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Let's pass it over to Scorpio.
You don't know. No, let me stop. All right, so I basically a few things. I want to say thanks again to Poe for that Bayonetta. It's a hell of a game. What a character. I'm loving it. Thank you.
Oh no, I know that you play a bunch of different type of games. I figured you would, get some use out of that one. It is a fun game.
Oh yeah, my daughter's been wanting it for a while too. And of course, what better place to start than one. The other game I wanted to mention was the Beach Buggy Racing. All right, I bought that Hot Wheel booster pack. I didn't realize you needed to buy a second game, so I paid $10 for the Hot Wheel booster pack. Then I had to pay another 20 for Beach Buggy Racing 2. So a total of $30. But I want to say, if you've been on the fence about it, it's so much better than the first Beach Buggy Racing. Tons of cars, tons of characters, tons of tracks. It's fucking awesome. And there was something else I wanted to say, but like I wanted to get that out of the way, you know. And I'm down for like any collabs, playing some games, pinball, whatever it may be. Do some tournaments like we used to do, and just just have a little something. I don't know. That's it. And I appreciate you guys. I want to say thank you for serving and all that stuff. I just want to make give you shout outs for that. Appreciate you guys.
No, thank you.
I also appreciate you guys for not selling your soul for subs and views.
I'll tell you what, I think we've got a general consensus amongst the three of us, the four of us actually, that we really enjoy it. We enjoy it when you drop in on our streams, when you drop in our chats. We enjoy watching your streams, and you seem to do a lot for the community, and you do a lot for supporting us. So a lot of love and respect to you, brother. We thank you. So.
Absolutely. You're welcome, and I tried. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
Okay. Well, that's it for you, Chaos. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's about all I got.
Sayonara, big boy. No, just teasing. Okay, I'm going to pass it up to Mr. How do you say it, Mr.
Mr. Caresser.
Caresser. Mr. Peepee. Pooh style. Well, I want to say, first of all, I appreciate all you guys. We're all buddies, and we all message each other, like we said before, every day. And that's not that. I shouldn't say this. Wife might be listening. That's the highlight of my days, hearing from you guys. And I've never tried to sell my soul for subs. I've tried to sell my body, and I lost like 25 subs in 2 minutes, so I stopped doing that too. But what I'm playing lately, I'm all over the place. You can tell by my text messages too. You guys just need to mention a game, whisper a game, and then I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it, and then I buy it, And so I got a bunch of games going on right now. And The Exorcist, Off Grid told us about that when he bought it, in the summer. And then, I thought that would be a great idea for Halloween. So I'm having fun playing that. I'm not sure if the next 3 chapters, if I'm going to upload those or not, because the last I checked, I know whenever I uploaded chapter 2, I think I had 2 views in the first 9 hours. It seemed like nobody was really checking that out. So I'm going to continue on with the game. I just haven't decided if I'm going to put that up.
You need to do a highlight reel with caressing people on the game. So like,
if you could just go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I mean, if you can just go and have like a highlight, like for each stage where you're like caressing something, and then put that on your video. In your shorts, people will like, oh, he's caressing more people in long form, and they'll go check it out.
I still can't believe how that shorts video took off, and I can't believe how YouTube took views away. How do you take views away? I don't get that.
They do it.
I had like 6,000 some, and it went down to like 5,500 even. It's like, no, something ain't right here. But yeah, I've been playing.
If you could just get your head to spin around and do some projectile vomiting, you'd get rips like crazy.
The caressings of Poe. Little shorts.
I did. But yeah, I had the same thought as you, though, Poe, too, because I'm continuing playing it. But I just checked mine too. I think that the chapter 3 one, I got 6 views in a day. So I don't know if I want to take the time to record them and put them up.
Right.
I don't know. Part of me is a completionist though, and I'll be like, I don't care. Poe will watch it and make fun of me, and Mike will watch part of it before he ends up in a fetal position crying. But,
yep.
That's probably part of my problem too, is I start so many games on the channel, and then I say in the video, after 5 hours of talking about my workday, 2 minutes of gameplay, and then 5 hours on the outro, I say, let me know if you want to see me play more of this, and it's just crickets, So, I'll take that as a no.
I, for one, do want to see you finish the game, because I'm playing it. It's scaring the crap out of me, and I want to see you get scared. And you know.
And I haven't watched your part 3 yet because I don't want to see it before I play it, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So
yeah.
And I have the Blair Witch going on. I only did the prologue to that so far, and that's actually a fun game, I think, so far. You know.
Yeah.
And a few things on the Switch. Well, that hockey game that Chaos mentioned and Mike mentioned before, I bought that on the Switch after watching Mike's review or talking about it way back, and I still haven't even started that game yet. I haven't even turned it on. I'm bad for things like that.
I started it, but I ain't powering it.
I started a new game tonight, and usually I just start the game shooting the video. But this time I decided I'm going to start playing it first before I make, a video of it. It's a gas station simulator on the Switch.
Oh, dude, I actually looked at that.
Yeah, normally I don't get games. Like my brother's playing like some kind of farm tractor simulator on PlayStation 4 back in the day, and I'm like, what are you doing? I played The Sims and SimCity and stuff years back, but Sims, they're usually not my thing. But this gas station game, I think on Twitter I follow a guy named Wario64, and he tells you what deals are happening. And he said this game was on PC last year. It just came out for the Switch this year or today or this week. So I did buy it, and I started playing through the beginning of it, and I'm addicted already to this gas station simulator. You buy this gas station in the desert, and first things first, you got to get power going to the old gas station. Then it's like, pick up these beer bottles and cigarette butts, you clean the place up. And I'm doing this for free at home? I don't even do that at work. But, I think I'm going to make some videos on this thing. It's a fun game. Nice. And I did pump some gas in it, too. So, so I think that's what I have upcoming.
No, the price of gas nowadays, you should get rich quick.
Well, guys, I want to thank y'all. Please stand by after I end the broadcast. We'll have a chance to surmise in the green room here, so don't take off, Chaos. We usually kind of surmise there. I just want to say this has been a lot of fun. I think we've been on over 2 hours now. I think this is more happiness than any of my viewers can ever stand. Let's face it, there was enough laughter here tonight, just amongst us, that there was no need for a laugh track. So with that being said, I want to thank all my viewers. I hope you check out Mr. Postal. I hope you check out The Gaming Road Warrior. I hope you check out Off Grid Arcade, and I hope you check out Not Scorpio or whatever the hell that is. And I hope you check out Arcade Chaos. I hope you check out their channel. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a good time. We'll hopefully all be back together as a group again. Take care, everybody. Bye now. And he's getting that heart together.
I don't know how to do it. Actually, I'm like, oh.